Greetings, and welcome to another edition of The Mostly Mike Show. It's been a while since I did a bike repair video, and I just happened to break my bike, so it's an opportune time to fix it and get it on film. Today I'll be messing with a goat link, specifically repairing one. Whoa, what's a goat link, you might ask? Well, the long and short, literally, of a goat link is to lengthen your derailleur hanger so it can clear the extra large cog wheels used on mountain bikes that have ultra-low granny gears, usually 46 teeth and above. So our friend the goat link bolts to the derailleur hanger with a protrusion which rests against the spot that the B-screw would normally go, and the derailleur actually bolts to the other end. It's common to also need a longer B-screw of 25mm, which I'll include the Amazon links for everything below. Clicking these links really helps this channel improve future videos at zero cost to you. Your need for a goat link actually depends on the length of your derailleur cage. Many newer bikes don't need a goat link because they're factory equipped to accommodate these large pie plate cog wheels. Retrofit situations such as mine are where the goat links are commonly used. I did a complete drivetrain changeover 2 years ago when I actually downgraded the gearing on my Santa Cruz Tallboy from the factory SRAM 1x11 to a Shimano 1x10, including shifters and all. This required a goat link to clear that 46-tooth pie plate. I filmed this changeover but never actually edited it. Please mention in the comments below if you're interested in seeing that video come to fruition, and I'll make it happen. So here's what happened to my filthy, muddy Santa Cruz Tallboy during a ride last week. As you can hear, there is some hideous chattering in the granny gears. You might say, "Oh, chatter don't matter." Oh, but it does matter. So what's wrong with this picture? This is like really oddly pointing upward. And it took me a while to figure this one out, but I'll show you here in a second. Because this is quite nerve-wracking. It drastically affects shifting, but luckily it didn't leave me having to push my bike home. So what's causing this? Well, look closely and observe. The derailleur is obviously way too far towards the front of the bike. And what caused it? Well, let's unchain and investigate. There's a small protrusion that is supposed to be on the back side of the goat link which either wore off or sheared off where this shiny spot is now. This protrusion rested against the surface that the B-screw would ordinarily go to avoid the derailleur from pivoting too far forward. Whatever the case, it's got to be fixed or replaced if you want to shift gears. I ordered a brand new part for the worst case scenario, but only plan to use it as a spare in the event that our repaired goat link fails. I'm going to try to do what we referred to on the Air Force flight line as battle damage repair. The plan is to center punch, drill, and tap a hole near the center of where the tit broke off and install a cheesehead screw with thread locker to create a new positive stop. Now you all might be wondering what a cheesehead screw is. And no, it has nothing to do with a date with a Green Bay Packers fan, if that's what you were thinking. Which is exactly what I would think if I didn't already know. These screws have a squared-off head that is shaped exactly like the piece that sheared off, only different. Yes, a socket head screw would probably work, but this is what I had, so this is what I'm gonna use. The size of the screw is a 3mm. Oh, a boot, a ½ centimeter in length. So I looked up the tap drill size, and it's 2.5mm. Fractional size would be about 3/32. So I'll quickly center punch, drill, then tap, and then install the cheesehead screw, first applying my favorite thread locking compound to the threads. So I'm just going to put a little dab on the screw itself. Make sure you get a little bit around the head. Give it a little bit of snuggage here. Don't make it crazy tight. Doesn't need to be. It actually looks pretty decent. Let's reverse the disassembly process and see how it shifts. So if you look right here where the screwdriver is pointing, you can see where that is the part that kind of stops against that shoulder in there. Being that the old one was made out of aluminum, which shears easy, this shouldn't quite shear that easy. I'm going to ride with it. Like I said, I'm going to order a new one. I might even carry the new one with me so I can make the repair out on the trail if it does break. You can generally ride home if these fail. They just don't shift quite as nice. Now see, it's chattering. That's because I left the B screw when I had it backed all the way out. Let's do an adjustment on that. Okay, I'm gonna see, it's not even contacting. I'm gonna run it in till it engages, which is now. And then I'm gonna crank it. And see right there, we just lost the chatter. I'm gonna give it another 1/8 of a turn, then we're gonna try shifting. Alright, let's try. See, the stops didn't even need readjusted or anything. If anything, my cable tension that I dicked around with out on the trail is going to need fixed. But as it stands, everything looks to be pretty good. Now I'd be afraid to take this out in the woods right now. As I said earlier, I was able to pedal home with the defective one, but shifting was noisy and inaccurate. But until then, let's see how much abuse my newly modified GoatLink will take. Please click the thumbs up and drop me a comment below if you would. Consider subscribing if you're not already. Thanks for watching this Mostly Mike Show presentation, and I'll see you next time.